Cap.Jang trial, we're going to study American accent training. Stage 28, short sentences. How how는 뭐 그렇게 뭐 따로 해드릴 겁니다. How did I go to school? 똑같습니다. 네. How did I go to school?
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 Okay. How did I go to school? Okay. Alright, are you ready? How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
How did I go to school? How did I go to school? How did I go to school? How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
How did I go to school?
Okay. How did I go to school?
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 Okay. How did I go to school?
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 똑같죠 앞에 한 거랑 할 거 없죠? 예. Alright, correct. 3 times.
How did I go to school? How did I go to school? How did I go to school?
Okay, Isaac. 3 times.
How did I go to school? How did I go to school? How did I go to school?
Okay, yeah. You too, yeah, made it. And then next one, yeah. How did you go to school? How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to
How
school?
did you go to school?
How 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 did you go to school?
How
How
did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How
How
did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How
How
did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you go to school?
Okay. How did you go to school?
How did you go
How
to
did you
school?
go to school?
How did you go to school?
How did you
How
go to
did you
school?
go to school?
Okay. Alright, Isaac. 3
How
times.
did you go to school? How did you go to school? How did you go to school?
Okay. Crap.
How did you go to school? How did you go to school? How did you go to school?
Okay. Next one. How did he go to school?
How did he go to school?
Yeah, how did he go to school?
How did he go to school?
Okay. All together. Isaac. How did he go to school?
How did he go to school?
Isaac, I don't hear you.
여보세요?
How did he go to school?
여보세요?
들려.
How did he go to school?
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 How did
How
he
did he
go
go
to
to school?
How did he go to school?
How did he go to school?
Okay. How did he go to school?
How
How
did he
did he
go
go
to
to
school?
school?
How did he go to school?
How did he go to school?
How did he go to school?
How
How
did he
did
go
he
to
go to
school?
school?
Okay. How did he go to school?
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 How
How
did
did
he
he
go
go
to
to
school?
school?
Okay. Isaac, 3 times.
How did he go to school? How did he go to school? How did he go to school?
Okay. Alright. Crap, 3 times.
How did he go to school? How did he go to school? How did he go to school?
Alright. Pass. Okay. Alright, next one. How did she go to school?
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 네. How did she go to school?
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 Okay. How did she go to school?
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 Okay. How did she go to school?
How did she go to school?
Alright. Isaac, 3 times.
How did she go to school? How did she go to school? How did she go to school?
Good. Crap.
How did she go to school? How did she go to school? How did she go to school?
Alright. Okay, next one. How did we go to school?
How do we go to school?
How did we?
How did we go to school?
How did we go to school?
How did
How
we go to
did we
school?
go to school?
How did we go to school?
How did
How
we
did
go to
we
school?
go to school?
How did we go to school?
How did
How
we
did
go to
we
school?
go to school?
Okay, how did we go to school?
How did we
How did we
go
go to school?
How did we go to school?
How did
How
we
did
go to
we
school?
go to school?
How did we go to school?
How did
How
we
did
go
we
to
go
school?
to school?
Okay. How did we go to school?
How did
How
we
did
go to
we
school?
go to school?
How did we go to school?
How did we go to school?
Okay. Isaac, 3 times.
How did we go to school? How did we go to school? How did we go to school?
Okay. Crap.
고양이 지나갔네.
How did we go to school? How did we go to school? How did we go to school?
Okay. Alright. Next one. How did they go to school?
How did they go to school?
How did they go to school?
How did
How
they
did
go to
they go
school?
to school?
How did they go to school?
How
How
did
did
they
they
go
go
to
to
school?
school?
How did they go to school?
How did
How
they
did
go to
they
school?
go to school?
Okay. How did they go to school?
How
How
did
did
they
they
go
go
to
to
school?
school?
How did they go to school?
How did they go to school?
How did they go to school?
How did
How
they
did
go
they
to
go
school?
to school?
How did they go to school?
How did they
How
go
did
to
they go
school?
to school?
Okay. How did they go to school?
How did they
How
go
did
to
they go
school?
to school?
How did they go to school?
How did they go to school?
Okay. How did they go to school?
How did they go to school?
Alright. How did they go to school?
How did they go to school?
Okay. Alright. Isaac, 3 times.
How did they go to school? How did they go to school? How did they go to school? How did they go to school?
Okay. Crap.
How did they go to school? How did they go to school? How did they go to school?
Okay. Alright. And next one. How did it go to school?
How
How
did
did
it
it
go
go
to
to
school?
school?
How did it go to school?
How did
How
it
did
go
it
to
go to
school?
school?
How did it go to school?
How did
How
it
did
go
it
to
go to
school?
school?
Okay. How did it go to school?
How did it
How
go to
did it
school?
go to school?
How did it go to school?
How did it go
How
to
did
school?
it go to school?
How did it go to school?
How did it go to school?
Okay. How did it go to school?
How did it
How
go
did
to
it go to school?
Alright. Correct. 3 times.
How did it go to school? How did it go to school? How did it go to school?
Isaac, 3 times.
How did it go to school? How did it go to school? How did it go to school?
Alright. Alright, I'll give you 7 sentences all together. Okay. How did I go to school? How did you go to school? How did he go to school? How did she go to school? How did we go to school? How did they go to school? How did it go to school? 예,
너무 빠른 거 아니에요? 수다맨인 줄.
예, 뭐 요렇게까지는 안 하셔도 되고요. 예, 예. Alright. Yeah. Alright. So, who wants to try?
심장 어택이야. 고양이 너무 좋아. 안녕.
인사해. 깨냐? 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 대답 안 돼. 애기.
몇 개월이가 있어?
할미 아니에요?
예.
3개월? 5개월? 7개월?
13살.
13살.
왜 개월이라 해 그러면? 네.
오케이. So who wants to try?
I'll try.
먼저. 근데 이거는 그거 통과가 아니고 연습이요.
네, 오케이.
How did I go to school? How did you go to school? How did he go to school? How did she go to school? How did we go to school? How did they go to school? How did it go to school?
스쿨이 약해요. How did they go to school? How did they go to school? How did they go to school? 그거보다 스쿨이 확 높아야 된다 말씀드렸죠. 오케이, 아이색.
How did they go to school? How did you go to school? How did he go to school? How did she go to school? How did we go to school? How did they go to school? How did it go to school?
패스. alright.
아휴, 저 9시에 저 나가볼게요.
오케이.
How did I go to school? How did I go to school? How did you go to school? How did he go to school? How did she go to school? How did it go to school? How did we go to school? How did it go to school? Did they go to school?
지금 플랫으로 가고 있습니다. 예. 그래가지고 28 조금 더 해보시고요. 크랩군. 예. 지금 다음 거 하기는 지금 어려운 상황이니까 아이색 군은 지금 여기서 마칠게요.
네.
예, 오케이. 아주 잘했습니다. 오늘 그래도 2개 나갔고 2개 다만 끝이다 이제. 아. 2개 나오면 스트리트 30까지 끝입니다. 예. 예. 물론 뭐 그 다음에도 많이 있지만은 딴 거 많이 있지만은 일단은 기본 문장은 끝났고요. 예. 그 이 기본 문장을 한 걸 가지고 새로운 이제 회화 연습을 할 수가 있게 됩니다. 스테이지 30가 끝나면요. 오케이. Please look forward to the next stage. Yeah. After you're finishing stage 30. Okay.
Bye.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Bye.
The crap.
How did I go to school? 이렇게요?
예.
How did I go to school? How did you go to school? How did he go to school? How did she go to school? How did we go to school? How did they go to school? How did it go to school?
그거 좀 더 좀 올려줬으면 좋겠는데요. 길게는 잘 하셔야겠는데 좀 밋밋합니다. How did they go to school? How did they go to school? 뭐가 좀 없어요. 예, 좀 지켜주긴 하는데 고절을 How did they go to school? How did they go to school? 예, 점점 플랫으로 조금씩 돌아가는데요. How랑 school에서 오버를 좀 해주셨으면 좋겠거든요.
How did I go to school?
예, How did they go to school? School. How did they go to school?
How did I go to school? How did you go to school? How did we go to school? 아 잠깐.
School 좀 확 올라가셔야 됩니다. 일단 뭐 미식으로까지 안 하더라도
뭔가 더 안 올라가는 느낌.
그렇죠.
안 랩인 것 같아요 그분.
예, How did they go to school? How did they go to school?
How did I go to school?
Okay, how did they go to school?
How did I go to school? How did you go to school? How did he go to school? How did she go to school? How did we go to school? How did they go to school? How did it go to school?
네. 오케이. 자, one more time.
How did I go to school? How did you go to school? How did he go to school? How did she go to school? How did we go to school? How did they go to school? How did it go to school?
길게만 하시고 스쿨에서 올라가지를 못해요.
왜 안 올라갈까요? 아 진짜 다 올려놓게요.
예, school 오바 school. How did I go to school? How did I go to school? School. 강세 지금 못 잡고 있습니다. 길게도 하고 약간 올라가고 그냥 말아요. 그리고 올라간 정도가 고에도 못 미치는 느낌입니다. 고랑 같거나 낮아요 더. 그래가지고 그게 조금 이제 괴리감이 느껴지게 들리는데 저 하면서 계속 내려왔어요. 약간 조금씩 내려오더라고. School이. How did they go to school? Okay?
How did I go to school?
예, How did they go to school?
How did I go to school?
훨씬
How did you
낫습니다.
go to school? How did he go to school? How did she go to school? How did we go to school? How did they go to school? How did it go to school?
예. 오케이. 한 번 더 해보죠. How did they go to school? 좀 더 치고 올라갈 때 빠르게 해보세요. 예.
빠르게요?
예, 스쿨, 스쿨. 그 다음에 끌어주시고요. 스쿨 이렇게 스쿨 요렇게 올라간 느낌이거든요 지금. 스쿨, 스쿨 이렇게 해보세요. 스쿨이 아니라 스쿨이 아니라 스쿨 이렇게 해보세요. 한번.